If we don't take Greenland, Russia or China will. And I'm not letting that happen. If we don't take Greenland, Russia or China will take Greenland. And I am not going to let that happen.
We are traveling in a bipartisan and bicameral way to Copenhagen this weekend. I hope to tell our allies you can count on us. And we do not covet Greenland. It's very troubling what the president is doing in a zigzag fashion that is against an ally.
Is there any deal they can offer you?
Yeah, sure. I'd love to make a deal with them. It's easier. But one way or the other, we're going to have Greenland.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like gangsterish sort of stuff. Very ridiculous approach to Greenland, very counterproductive and damaging, I think. It certainly undermines our relationship to NATO. They sort of were hinting that they might make a military move on Greenland, which of course would trigger Article 5. I don't know what he's thinking. We have all these treaties in place with Greenland already, where if we want military bases, we can do them. If we want minerals or whatever, we can work that out. I don't know why he thinks he's got to be, sort of the gangster approach to working this out with an ally like that. It's hard to know with him. He's so erratic and unpredictable, but we'll see. But I think he's getting good, frankly, bipartisan pushback on any kind of notion of military action in Greenland, even in Venezuela. I think a lot of people, the comments about boots on the ground and running the country, there were even Republicans that said that doesn't make sense to us. We don't want the country to get involved in that.
My advice to European leaders and anybody else would be to take the President of the United States seriously. What has he said about Greenland? Set to the side the crazy overreactions that I've seen from the press and from certain people in Europe. What has the President said? Number one, Greenland is really important, not just to America's missile defense, but to the world's missile defense. Number two, we know that there are hostile adversaries that have shown a lot of interest in that particular territory, that particular slice of the world. So what we're asking our European friends to do is to take the security of that landmass more seriously, because if they're not, the United States is going to have to do something about it. What that is, I'll leave that to the President as we continue to engage in diplomacy with our European friends and everybody on this particular topic.
Yeah, I'm concerned that he's seriously looking at military intervention in Greenland, because the reality is it's unnecessary. It's attacking a NATO ally. It's attacking a friendly partner who wants to work with us. The reality is if we wanted to build another base, if we wanted to do more in Greenland, Denmark would let us, Greenland would let us. But taking on Greenland, taking that military action would be terrible for our foreign policy. And second of all, moving forward, we can already work with them on whatever we need in Greenland.
I don't think anybody is considering that. It's not been in any briefing I've been in, and I go to all of them. Okay, I think this is a media narrative that's been created. I do. We've been very clear. The Article 1 branch is clear. There's no declaration of war pending for Greenland. It's not a thing. I don't anticipate any boots on the ground anywhere anytime soon. And look, there are negotiations. There is interest in Greenland for U.S. interests, America's first interest. It has to do with national security and critical minerals and many other reasons, and we've long acknowledged that. It goes back to I think the Truman administration was the first president who expressed a direct interest in being involved there. We've had military operations there over the years. Some of it's been dormant in recent years, but it's a serious area on the globe with regard to our competition with China and Russia and some of our other people we would regard as adversaries in many of these issues. Greenland is of strategic importance, its geography and everything else. So look, again, you have to wait for that to play out. I'm going to leave it to the administration to articulate it how they will. But I think what the president is articulating is something that everybody objectively has to acknowledge, that Greenland has strategic significance to us and also to other countries around the world. So we need to play that very seriously.
It comes as a surprise, not only to Denmark and Greenland, but to many people around the world. So my hope is really that we can agree on the Arctic being important. We need security. Let's do this together. Greenland is a member of NATO, so we already have that together.
I guess, where are you standing when it comes to the president saying that he wants to purchase Greenland, for instance? Do you think that there's a credible argument there or case that the president is making?
Oh, look, I think Greenland, there is some strategic importance to the United States. Second thing I would tell people is let the president cook. I think if we're going to look at his foreign policy decisions compared to those of, let's say, Joe Biden, or even those of Barack Obama, or even those of George W. Bush, His foreign policy decisions have actually been correct. They've actually put America in a stronger position, and I would let the Greenland situation play out and let the president essentially do his work with Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
Greenland should make the deal because Greenland does not want to see Russia or China take over. They don't go there. It's very far away from Greenland. And Greenland, basically, their defense is 2 dog sleds. Do you know that? You know what their defense is? 2 dog sleds. In the meantime, you have Russian destroyers and submarines and China destroyers and submarines all over the place.
Major countries doing
First,
business.
war powers could cover it. With the president, you never know. Who would have thought he'd start talking about military intervention in Iran after we talked about it in Venezuela and Colombia and Greenland? It just shows you what a bubble this president is in, so far away from what America and the American people want. And so I do think the War Powers Act would take effect.